Hello, everyone. It is Self Care Sunday, Father's Day edition. Self Care Sunday. How are you tonight? What are you and you, but especially you, grateful for? Yes, I was pointing at you. There is no doubt at all that I was pointing at you. Tell me what you are grateful for tonight. That is what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Hey, Kitty, how are you tonight? Great to have you with me live tonight. That is what we are doing. Let me get all my screens going here. Boom, there, now I got them all. Kitty, I hope you're all right. We had monstrous showers yesterday, a more nicer day, partly sunny day today, I guess, overcast day. Some sun, some not sun tonight is what we had today for Father's Day. But yesterday I liked it was a little cooler yesterday. I didn't like all the rain. It was like that windswept rain and stuff. So windswept rain. But it was a good day. Still a good day. Uh, oh, that's awesome that Sarah stopped by for lunch. That's awesome that she stopped by for lunch on her way home from a wedding in Chicago. Nice. My ladies have been dress shopping this weekend. It's getting real, Kitty. That's all I can say. Is this whole wedding thing is getting real? That is. They said yes to the dress today. So all I can say is it's getting real. Getting real. Hey, Carrie, how are you tonight? Great to have you with us live from Florida. Hope all is well in Florida. With you? Oh, Kitty, this got expensive a long time ago. This got expensive a long time ago. I did have a win today on the dress. I got them. I got the dress shop to. See if that's right. Okay. I got the dress shop to not charge sales tax since they're shipping the final dress to us and it's out of state. So I got them not to charge sales tax because of that. So that's 6% for the win. I'll take it. I am quite positive they probably spent the 6% over margaritas for dinner tonight. But I'll take 6% off the dress for the win. At the moment, this wedding got expensive at the moment that you said wedding slash Disney. Okay, it got expensive right there in an instant. There is no, even though you've been trying to sell me that, a Disney wedding is more affordable than I would think, and I could imagine, in the place of wonder. So, but like you, I've only got one. I've only got one. So you do what you can do. You do what you can do. So uh, I am sure I will look back at this with fond and exciting memories as I evolve. Because the thing that I am learning about this is it's not my wedding. It's the lesson I am learning. And even though it's my money, it that is an illusion of votes and other things. But, I digress. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So, uh, they're taking four dresses and making them into one. Is the understanding. And the way it was sold to me is it's one dress with enhancements. Not like I'm buying four dresses. I'm buying one dress with enhancements. There you go. That's the sales pitch. Welcome to my world, Kitty. Cheers. Well, you've been there. You're ahead of me on that. You've been there. So, oh, folks. So there you go. But that, there's no turning back now. There's no turning back now. It's coming together. We start this program every night with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is how we start. Tonight, we start on page 240. 240. Success of any kind starts in your mind. Perspective matters. Opportunity is everywhere if you choose to see it. Success of any kind starts in your mind. Perspective matters. Opportunity is everywhere if you choose to see it. That is what I am talking about, folks. That is what I am talking about. Angie and I talk about that a lot. It really is an inside game. It's an inside your mind game. Inside your mind. I can't stress that enough. It is how you approach things, how you do things, how you wake up in the morning. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start right when your feet hit the floor. When your feet hit the floor in the morning, okay, your blessing should be it's gonna be a great day. That should be your affirmation. That should be your affirmation when your feet hit the floor. Because you are telling the day, you are telling yourself, you are telling the world it's going to be a great day. And that's even one of the things Kevin Campbell taught us at the Make It Happen last October. For those of you that attended that, he's like, end your thing with people, your interaction with people, with make it a great day because it forces them to take action. Okay, it forces them to take responsibility. If you say have a great day, well, they can take it or leave it. It's what's handed to them. It's what is given to them. When you make it their job, when you make it on them to have an actual great day, it really all starts to come together. It really starts to come together up here because that is where it starts. I mean, it is so funny. That is the page. I mean, I think the universe speaks to us in mysterious ways because that was actually part of my topic tonight to talk about. And, what I wanted to talk about tonight was contingency planning. And not disaster planning, contingency. Because it's not a disaster unless, again, you let it be a disaster up here. Because if you get it in your head that it's a disaster, well, surely it will be. Okay? If you get it in your head that it's an inconvenience, it will only be an inconvenience. And I bring that up because a lot of users, a lot of stores this weekend, especially on the East Coast, were disrupted by an internet outage from Comcast. Okay, Comcast had a major internet outage, and it wasn't like your normal internet outage. So it wasn't nothing. It wasn't like, it's almost easier to understand an internet outage when it's completely dead. Okay, when you have nothing. It's much harder to understand when you have something. You can, get to QVC.com. Maybe you're happy that your store is hardwired, right? And I get that, and I get that. I really do like cloud services because of their overall redundancy that gets mixed at the store level. I know you remember, Kitty, back in the days when you used to save backups on floppy disks and then zip drives and then CDs and all those things. And that's one of the things that gets sorely missed with computers is a good backup. And it's not when will your computer equipment die. It's not if your computer equipment dies, it's when. Okay, it will die at some point. So in general, I like and support cloud services because of the redundancy, because of the things it offers, as long as you generally have a stable internet connection. The problems this weekend were technical. Okay, they were completely technical in nature, and so I won't dispute that. Okay, and they were beyond most people's comprehension. Okay, like even in my own stores. Okay, my own stores couldn't get online, but I could get online from my office. Okay, I was connected to my server from my office where I was on Saturday, from right here. Okay, but right here is not on Comcast. And all my locations were down because they were on Comcast. And so, what does that teach us? What does that tell us? What lessons do we learn? Okay, we learn to have a backup plan. We learn to because technology will break. I don't care what kind of technology, even your hardwired store, Kitty. Because I want to pick on you for a second, since you felt so blessed a minute ago. Okay, that stuff dies. Okay, it does die. It dies out all of a sudden. Anything can happen with technology. Okay, I mean, shoot, even a pen runs out of ink, right? Even a printer runs out of paper. Okay, I was at a restaurant in D.C. We were at a bar. We were at the hotel bar. Yes, a calculator and a pencil. I'm right there with you. We were at a hotel bar, and they couldn't figure out that their receipt printer was out of paper. Okay, so they were going all over the place trying to get to another register. So in my meetings in DC last week, and I'm finally was like, I just can't watch this anymore. And everybody's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm a retailer. I know how to fix this problem." And I found another roll. Yes, I found another roll. Don't tell Cassandra. I found another roll of receipt paper, and I put it in their printer and solved the problem. Okay. Everybody in my group was like, "What are you doing?" Um, so you have to be resilient. You have to have ways to work around it. Okay, you have to have ways to serve. That is sad. Okay, I mean that isn't the biggest save that I've ever done. I think one of the biggest in-person saves I've ever done with technology is one time we were on the Massachusetts Turnpike, so the highway system running across the state of Massachusetts, the toll road running from New York to Boston. Okay, and we got off at the rest area for gas. Got off at the rest area for gas because we needed gas. And the gas station was down. Okay, their computers were down. And they were waiting for IT help to come and help them. They had been dispatched. They were coming. It would take a couple hours. And me and a bunch of other people were stuck there because it's like, I don't know that we have enough gas to make it to the next rest area or the next exit to get gas. And I was being patient up until a point, and after a long period of time went by, I finally had enough, and I fixed their quote unquote computer problem, and I got the gas pumps all back up and working, even though I knew nothing about gas software, gas pump software, anything else. And everybody wanted to buy everybody, including the gas station, wanted to buy our gas. We got the whole station back up. But it is resiliency. So what are your points of resiliency in your store and in your business? What does it take when the power goes out? Okay, and I say that with as long as it is safe to be in the building. Okay, if it is pitch black in your building, like I've had a location that in the past, I don't have that location anymore, that if the lights were out, it was really dark, even if it was sunny outside. Okay, it just didn't have the way the light from outside filtered in the building. It wasn't really safe. be in there. I've had other locations that it was safe to be in the front half of the store, but not the back. I've had others where natural light filters in so well that it's like daylight all the time and it's not a big deal. So, assuming that it's safe to be in the building, okay, what happens when something doesn't work? Okay, do you tell your customers no? I never like to tell my customers. I never like to tell them no. So you figure it out. Okay. Well, I mean, one of the questions is always, well, I don't know how much store credit they have. That's fine. Take down their credit card information. Okay. So we were taking down in our stores yesterday, manually writing down credit card numbers. Okay. Think of the old bricks. Okay. I mean, the old bricks where you used to run the credit card through it, and you can take any piece of paper, you can take a credit card and run something heavy over a piece of paper, it'll make an imprint. Well, the old cards. The new cards now don't have raised numbers. I know my newest card doesn't have raised numbers. So you write down the credit card information. You write down your customer information. You use the store credit when the systems come back up. We'll apply whatever store credit you have on your account first. Any balance, we will charge the credit card. Okay, you may have no balance, and we'll just use your store credit. Knuckle Busters. I couldn't think of the name. Yes, I remember. I remember them. I remember using them in my father's pharmacy. Dude, I remember when we first started, we had one. Okay. So how would in your store they do manual sales? How would they take consignments without a computer to look anything up? Okay, these are the things, okay, that you need to think about in any store, whether you're hardwired or on the cloud. So, because computers break, power goes out, things happen, and customers don't have a problem with that. Customers don't have a problem with technology failing. Actually, most of them will poke fun at it as long as you're poking fun at it. Okay. I mean, even with the outage yesterday, I could see the cameras in my store. I could connect to them remotely to my cameras, but they couldn't connect to my server. So these things all work, these things all happen. And that's okay. That's okay. It's all in how you respond to it. It is all in how you respond to it. So respond to serve your customer. You should always put yourself in the customer's shoes. What would my customer want? What would my customer want? Would your customer want to say, you can't buy this? You just spent forever shopping in your store? And no, we'll hold this for you and you can come back. Of all the credit cards yesterday that we took on paper, none of them were bad. None of them were bad. Over the years of all the times we've had to do manual transactions, I think we've had one or two that have been bad, and I think only one ended up being bad in the long term. And what I mean by that is, like, one of them we collected on like a week later and it went through. And another one we never collected on. And that's okay because we got all those other sales. We got all that other business. So resiliency planning is an incredibly important part of your job as a leader. Okay, because it is not the situation, but how you react to the situation, how you react to it. So, it is okay. It is okay to have a situation. Life happens. Life happens that affects technology, that affects your way to normally operate. It's not an everyday thing, but when it happens, what is your plan? What is your plan? Do you even have a plan? Do you even have a plan? And that is what I am talking about because it is about that. It is not about, it is about rolling with it. Rolling with it. Okay, it is rolling with it. Okay, it is continuing to move forward. Okay, on a Saturday. Usually, Saturday of Father's Day weekend is busier than Sunday of Father's Day weekend. It was. Okay, now having results in in the table, and it was because we kept on doing. We rang all those sales. Okay, we had sales slips, and they took them all. Okay, yes, it took longer because they couldn't go B, scan those items. They had to write those item numbers down. They had to calculate sales tax, which they didn't do 100% right, which is okay. Again, these little errors to keep that money flowing, to keep that business flowing is okay. But we were able to do that because we had a plan. We took consignments, okay, and we couldn't do our normal consignment drop off, okay. So we had baskets with tapes with people's names and information taped to them, and we processed them later. So later in the day, we processed all of it. Okay, not a big deal. Not a big deal. It wasn't a big deal because we didn't make it a big deal, because we had that process. And that can be with anything, okay? We have had over the years, we have had the fire department. One time we had the fire department. So our former building manager for one of my plazas was a fireman. Okay, he was the building manager and he was a fireman. And I called him one day because we had this chemically smell in the store, a very chemically smell coming in through the store. And he's like, "Hey Neil, I'm out of town, but I'll have one of my buddies stop by and take a look." Well, his buddies of the firemen are firemen. Shocking, I know. Not anything I had thought about. Well, they came in all the engines with all the ladders and in all their full gear for a chemically smell. Okay? And shoppers did not like them in their way. They were like, "We're firemen. We're here in full gear. Oxygen things on our backs. Everything. We're in full gear. Nobody's getting out of their way. Nobody's getting out of their way." Okay, and it turns out in that situation, it was the dry cleaner down the plaza was pouring chemicals down the drain, and our space sat under the main drain of the plaza. So we've had that happen. We've had the bomb squad, a post Boston Marathon bombing situation. We had the bombs, literally had the bomb squad. Uh, so we've had full suited up bomb squad. Lady, man, you need to evacuate the store. We have the bomb squad. Um, and people wanted to shop. We've had people being carried out on a stretcher because they collapsed in the store. No, no, I can't leave until I make my purchase. Okay, so what is your resiliency plan for life? Because everything that can and will happen and will happen in a retail space. So you can roll over and close. Sorry, we're closed. The fire department's here. Sorry, we're closed. Okay, this woman just passed out. I'm all with. Sorry, we're closed. The computer's died or the power's out. No. Okay. What are you going to do to be resilient? So, regardless of what system you use, regardless of whether you've ever had anything like any of this happen to you, gas. No, we've had the gas before. The meters for the whole plaza are right behind one of my locations, and they leak sometimes. Or the pilot goes out at one of the restaurants in the plaza when there's a high wind, and the exhaust of that blows the other way into our space. There's all sorts of things that happen. So what are you going to do when those happen? Are you going to still serve your customers as long as it is safe to do so? Okay, with safety first. Okay, I am not sacrificing safety. We did close for the bomb squad. Okay, we did close for the bomb squad when there was a pressure cook. There was a pressure cooker by one of the supporting beams for the plaza. Okay, we did close for that. Okay. So safety first. Safety first. Hey, we are broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop on over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link there for you in the show comments. But so what is your resiliency plan? Okay. How do you not miss a beat? how do you look unflappable? Okay, unflappable in the state of crisis. Okay, I was talking to one of our newer team members yesterday, who was her words. I'm a little stressed. I'm a little stressed. And I'm like, don't worry about this. We got this. I love that well, I don't love that you were burglarized, but I love that you had customers help clean up the glass. You know, it is these things, okay? It is these changes. It's how you react to things and how you are resilient. How you are resilient. Okay, you know the fact that my newer employee was a little stressed yesterday. Okay, and I was not. Okay, which is me 99.9% of the time, anyways. Because I don't worry about what I can't control. Okay, but you know you have that calm her. And I'm like, you got this. There's not that much we can do wrong. The most important thing is your customer. Again, what would your customer want? What would your customer want you to do in that situation? Would they like you to say you're closed? Would they want you to say they have to come back? No, they want their stuff. They want their stuff and they want a path to that. So start with that in developing your resiliency plan. Because life will happen. Power will go out. Internets will go out. Computers will go down. Hardwire to cloud. They will die. It happens. In my world, the most common thing that happens is their favorite computer dies. It's not. You know, you have 10 computers in the building. But the one they like to use the most dies. Okay? The one they like to use the most. So they, you know, it's like, what do we do? The register's dead. There's another one right here, right next to it. But we like this one. Yes, but there's another one right here. Another one right next to it, people. So, you know, knowing that, having a manual plan, okay, you know, knowing what it's like to write with a pencil, knowing how to use a pin calculator, knowing that April, you're not helping. April, you're not helping. I know. I actually do understand, April, the comfort that comes to people with the permission. So I do know that stepping to the next register is hard. I do know that. I do know that getting out the pen and the pin calculator is hard. I get it. I really honestly do. Okay. But when you answer the question, your resiliency plan answers the question with what would my customer want? When you look at life in that lens, when you talk about it that way, okay, when you do things from that perspective, amazing things will happen for your business. And yesterday it'll just be a speed bump. Okay, you know, that outage, you know, that thing that happened will be just a speed bump. Your sales will still happen. Your consignments and buyout purchases and donations will still happen. And that is what is amazing. That is what is amazing. And it's completely possible if you let it be possible. So that is what I encourage to you. That is what I challenge you to do. Okay, to work on is what is your plan B of how you make it happen for your customers, how you take your customers to the next level. So I challenge you with that tonight. That is your homework. That is your homework. You know what else is your homework? This video and everything I talked about, this video and everything I talked about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this. So please like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, you can ring the bell. Yes. Bring in another one drops. You can also share with everybody in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody make a better, more resilient business. I'm here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than It. Point finish every Sunday and Wednesday. But if you, yes, you have a question, just email me, Neil, Neil at Next Level Resale, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. Oh, April. Good thing this week isn't a payday. The good thing this week isn't a payday, April. We start the program every night with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is how we start tonight. We're on page 240. Success of any kind starts in your mind. Perspective matters. Opportunity is everywhere if you choose to see it. Play your classes if you need to. An original is way more valuable than a replica. When you try to be like everyone else, you get lost in the sea of mediocrity. Instead, embrace what makes you unique. Be a great you. Stand out. Well, I think I am a pretty good me. You know? April's no Neil. Just saying. Love you, April. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abrams, and I do like a good party. A wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party. Yes, we will. Until Wednesday at more 8 than ish. Know that you. And you. But most importantly, you. Yes, you. You're not alone running the store. Have a great night, everybody else. See you on Wednesday.